How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. We got ourselves some Pokemon news, actual news to talk about. First things first, there is going to be brand new events in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yes, celebi update. The next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Mass Outbreak event has been announced. Focuses on specifically Voltorb, Fungus, and a mysterious Pokemon. It's going to be running from February 23rd all the way until February 27th. Now, the Pokemons we see, of course, here is Voltorb and Fungus, and the hidden Pokemon here, at least based on this image, we can kind of tell it looks like Hisuian Voltorb. So it most likely means Hisuian Voltorb is also going to be getting a mass outbreak. Usually these mass outbreaks are perfect for shiny hunting. So if you want to get yourselves these shinies, go right ahead, because I'm going to be hunting for these myself as well on the actual day that this starts, which is going to be on the 23rd. So that is going to be on Friday. So starting Friday, you have a whole a whole few days, the weekend plus, Monday and Tuesday to basically enjoy Shiny Hunt, have some fun. As with the two Pokemon that are chosen here, or the three Pokemon are chosen, it's interesting choices, right? We have Voltorb, which is a Gen 1 Pokemon, Fungus, which is obviously a Gen 5 Pokemon, and then Hisuian Voltorb, which is a Hisuian Pokemon. So you got it's a Kanto Pokemon, Unova Pokemon, sorry, and then a Hisuian Voltorb, right? Which is clearly a, I guess, Gen 8 Pokemon, right? Like you could say Gen 4, but not really. It's a Gen 8 Pokemon. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. So nonetheless, I'd love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys are excited for this. And keep in mind, these mass outbreaks should, I think, be available for everybody. We'll open up Celebi real quick here and double check this information. So here's what they have to say. The next mass outbreaks have been announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This event will feature and focus on the Pokemon with Pokeballs. Okay, so basically Pokemon that look like Pokeballs. Okay, cool. And will feature increased spawns of Fungus, Voltorb, and a mysterious Pokemon, which cannot be normally found in Paldea, but also resembles a Pokeball. They're more likely to appear shiny. Yes, so shiny rates are increased, guys. So 3 new Mass Outbreak event Pokemon are coming, which is sick. That makes me very happy. I'm very excited for that. Again, sounds pretty awesome. So in terms of official news, that's there. We, of course, also have the Pokemon Presents, which is announced for the 27th, which is going to be happening at 14 UTC, 9 EST, 6 PST, and so on and so forth. If we go over here to my profile on Twitter, I think I actually I left a like on the actual breakdown here. So this is Makio and J Roses, or PokeOS. And here, guys, you can pause the video and look on this schedule at what time on the 27th your actual direct will be happening. So if in case you're curious, this is the perfect list right here. Like, this is the actual thing you can follow to see, when it's going to be happening for you. So if in case you're curious, you don't know when to expect it, this is the perfect thing, a list to look at, and the perfect way to, figure it out in case you are, concerned about it, or you don't know when it's going to be happening. You can see UTC, it's going to be 2 p.m. California, it's going to be 6 a.m. Washington, 9 a.m. If you are in Brazil, it's going to be at 11 a.m. If you are in the UK or Portugal, it's 2 p.m. If you're Central Europe, like myself, it's going to be 3 p.m. If you are in India, it's going to be 7:30. If you are in Japan, it's going to be 11 p.m. And if you are in Canberra or, Australia, it's going to be at 1 a.m. So the Aussies are going to get screwed off the most because they're going to have it super early in the morning. Same thing for the New Zealanders or the Kiwis. You're all going to have a horrible time because you're going to have to stay up very late for this. Everybody else, very happy. But yeah, basically those are the time frames for anyone that is curious, because again, I don't know what else to really say. Like, this is pretty much what we got in terms of information. Moving on, of course, guys, tomorrow, big day, okay? Big freaking day for Pokemon. So, not Pokemon, sorry, for Nintendo. Tomorrow is the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Now, I'll be live streaming this on YouTube here on tomorrow, literally when I wake up, because basically today, because it's already a new day for me. But I will be live streaming this right on the channel here for you guys to watch, enjoy, have fun with me, and just kind of experience everything. So in case you guys are wondering, Game Freak most likely will show up here. Now, why do I mention this? Because a specific leaker called Pioro, he actually came out and said something very interesting about this specific topic. He basically tweeted that, let me find the exact post here. He asked, is Nintendo a partner? And now what he means by partner is a partner showcase. People said yes. It says sometimes Nintendo can be a partner because they love dolphins, and dolphins are dolphin partners. Now, people realize that this could be in relationship to a specific game, Endless Ocean Blue World Remaster. This is like basically Endless Ocean is what people think it might be in reference to. At least that's what I've that's at least what I'm getting from this. It's like at least what people think. But that's not the only one. He also tweeted out this. Is Game Freak a partner? And yes, Game Freak is a partner company. So what he means by partner is it a partnered company with Nintendo? Is it a partnered company? AKA, it's not a company owned by Nintendo. It's a company that's partnered with them to release games. So an example of that would be, Game Freak. Level 5 games, stuff like that. Basically these studios that don't necessarily they're not owned or partially owned or anything like that by Nintendo. They're their own studios, like Game Freak. Game Freak isn't owned by Nintendo in any way, shape, or form. So what he meant by this here is that Game Freak is a partner, which means that tomorrow, most likely, what will happen during this Nintendo partner showcase is we might see a new game from Game Freak that isn't Pokemon, which also would be interesting to see, because I'm curious what that game would be. Is it the rumored Project Bloom? If you don't know, that's a game that's being made by Game Freak. It's a project called Project Bloom, which is an action adventure game, I think. As far as I remember correctly, that's pretty much what I think it's referred to. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of a weird situation. I'd love to know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. But that's pretty much where I have my thoughts in regards to that. Moving on, though, there's also been an update. Apparently now, if you're going to be doing like what I'm doing, which is to co-stream or live stream the Pokemon Presents, they've put in brand new rules. So now apparently creators who speak any language are welcome to co-stream. Creative input and commentary required for co-streaming of content. Co-streams must obtain necessary permission for third-party intellectual property and or personal information of others. Guests appearing in your content must also follow co-stream guidelines. Streamers must comply with our terms of use, standard of conduct, inclusivity policy, and respect content platform policies. Pokemon reserves the right to remove inappropriate or infringing content, which I really hope they're not going to be going ham and taking shit down, because that would be very, very shitty of them. But I don't like this. I don't like that they have to bring this up. Like, this is just, me no like you, okay? Me no like you this. I don't like this. Because here's the whole update. To be better support our broadcast community, foster its growth, we invite all trainers to co-stream our Pokemon Presents and play Pokemon content to their own audiences. For those who are in our community interested in co-streaming, we kindly request that you adhere to the guidelines. And it's just a bunch of guidelines here you guys can see. You may monetize your videos and channel using the monetization methods officially offered on the platforms, and so on and so forth. Other forms of monetization of our intellectual property are not permitted, such as distributing or selling only elements, illustrations, music, and part of the video of Pokemon Presents or of Play Pokemon. I guess that's what they're trying to say. And again, it's just a bunch of these rules now, which I'm gonna be real, I don't like it. I don't like that they're adding these. Like, this is like one thing that Pokemon always had as an advantage against every other Nintendo game, was that we never had to worry about like copyright issues, because Pokemon just never give it any shits. And while every Nintendo game was under that whole weird Nintendo umbrella, Pokemon wasn't. So I don't like that they're doing this. It's like a step backwards instead of forward. But again, it's not like the end-all be-all. It's not like these rules are taking anything away from us. But the fact that they're being added is like, you know what I mean? It's like basically like you're a crab in a boiling pot. You know what I mean? At first, you don't realize it. You think you feel comfortable. Like, yeah, it's just the water's getting a little warm. But you don't realize that you're being boiled alive. And that's like I'm afraid that might be the case here. I'm just a little bit scared about that being a possibility. But for now, that's what we know about that. Moving on, there's also this tweet from, of course, the Pokemon Company, where they basically retweeted somebody's post and said, basically, what an amazing rendition of your team. Looks great, trainer. And this is somebody actually putting together their team for Pokemon Black and White 2. And they made an actual illustration, which was interesting, because I thought it was a bit funny that the whole team was like, meant to be like a black and white team, and that they were retweeting a black and white video, not video, but like a black and white related thing, which I think was really funny. But yeah, I just thought it was funny to, to just mention it. I think it was just interesting, because again, there's a lot of things that could be pointing towards black and white. I don't think this is. I just thought it'd be funny to mention. Then we have some stuff about Nintendo Switch 2. So apparently it's from Central Leaks, who said that according to its current Switch 2 reveal timing rumors. So this is just rumors, guys. Keep that in mind. Take it with a mountain of salt. So things are moving due to the internal delay of the console's launch via the person who originally broke the news on the delay. Apparently, the indie world in March or early April. Nintendo, or this, he posted this on the 20th, by the way. So around the same day that the actual Nintendo Direct got announced, I think. But he says apparently that Indie World in March or early April, we already know that's going to be happening. We know there's going to be a Pokemon Presents or Nintendo Direct tomorrow for partnered companies. So I guess he's saying there's going to be another indie one later down the line. Also, Nintendo Direct in April apparently, and a Switch 2 reveal in June, according to him. But again, I don't know where the sources are, and I wouldn't really 100% trust it as of just yet. Moving on. here is the biggest problem out of them all. This post was made by RiddlerCoo. Now, if you guys do not know who RiddlerCoo is, he's a actual, legitimate, straight-up leaker, okay? He's a real leaker, proper, legitimate leaker guy. And guess what? He tweeted out this image, and it's just like the number 8 with 2 dots in the top left right here, right? It's like 2 little dots in the top left right there. And the problem is, people have been trying to figure out like what this means. I had this like a suggestion from one of our audience members, Connie Dawson, from our stream, who basically like figured out that the 8 can be used to make the numbers 2 and 5 in digital numbers. But of course, a digital 8 can be actually made into any number. You can literally make it into a 1 and a 3, and that perfectly matches too. So again, it's possible that this is not what he means by this. But again, I haven't seen anybody that's come up with an actual conclusion as to what it is. I haven't seen a single person figure out exactly what it means. Yeah, I don't know, man. Somebody here said 2 dots meaning black, 2 black and white games, but 8 similar to black and white Destinies, which I guess he's talking about this down here, which I don't know if that's the case or if that's what he's talking about. I don't think so. Again, not a lot of clarity on this. Like, there's not a lot of clarity on what this is all about, which I don't really know what to do with it. It's at the moment, it doesn't really mean much. At the moment, we don't really know anything about this post. Hopefully tomorrow or whenever, like, you know, he does post more stuff, hopefully we'll get some news and information that will be more clear. But right now, we know nothing. Right now, there is no information that's clear on this. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. Also, I think it's a good point for me to mention, and I think somebody actually shared this with me. Let me see if I can find you guys. If I can find you guys the actual post. But we do have a confirmation for how long the actual presents is going to be. I think I've got it somewhere here in my likes. I think I'll be able to show you. But we have a confirmation, though, that the length of the actual present is going to be about 25 minutes. So that has been confirmed. Also, I should mention, this happened as well. So apparently they made like a YouTube short, and I showed this in my earlier video today, but they made a YouTube short video to kind of celebrate and announce the Pokemon Presents. And if you looked at what game that was like listed underneath it, the game that was like listed on it was actually Gold and Silver, but that's also sometimes automated. And I think the music that played in the background of this video was the music from Johto, if I'm not mistaken. So it could possibly be a hint, but again, it's hard to actually determine that as of yet. It's no guarantees, right? But here it is. Here's the confirmation from Stealth40K, who said that Pokemon Company announced a 25-minute Pokemon Presents. So yes, confirmation that it's going to be a 25-minute present, which most likely means that the first half of it is probably going to be announcements of Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Masters EX, Pokemon Cafe Remix, Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go. So you have those 5 things for the first 20 minutes. You're probably then going to have an announcement of most likely one spin-off game or some kind of new title, and then, of course, a mainline new Pokemon game being announced in the last 5 minutes. So we're not going to have a lot about like the new stuff. It's probably going to be spending more time on the old stuff, to be honest. But again, it's a waiting game, right? We're waiting to see what actually is going to happen. It's all up in the air right now, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day. But that's pretty much what that's at. So yeah, guys, basically that's all the news. That's what I want to share with you guys. I want to thank you all for watching as per usual. There are of course some rumors as well that we could cover, but I don't really know if these are any like worthwhile to even cover. It's a 4chan post which just says Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and the Guildmaster's Red Diamonds will release, which apparently, I mean, this guy just says it's a mobile mystery dungeon, which I don't think that's realistic to expect. They could do that. I've said it in the past. I said it like almost 5 years ago. They could do a mystery dungeon mobile game, but they didn't. So I don't know, man. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye.